Hello everybody, it's KBTV here. So I'm just gonna be taking down my hair. So y'all could just talk with me, and I'm gonna get ready for work. I'm basically already ready. I just need to take down my hair because it's kind of getting frizzy. I could leave it in one more day, but I just want to talk to y'all while I'm taking down my hair. So let's get into the video. Alright y'all, so this is just kind of like a rubber band twist thing that I do. My hair's grown a lot. Usually when I did this, I probably couldn't wear it like this. So I just have like a scrunchie in it, and this is kind of how I've been wearing it. I either wear it like this or half up, half down. So I just wear the scrunchie. I realized that like scrunchies help. Like if you put your hair in a scrunchie, it helps to not make the twist as frizzy. And I use when I twist, I twist my hair and I want to keep it in for a long period of time. I use like locking gel, so I have like rubber bands on it. So I'm just gonna be cutting those out and talking to y'all. But yeah, I use a locking gel when you want to wear it for like a long duration because it really helps to make them kind of like not hard but harder than they usually be. Like when you want to wear twists for a long period of time, you don't want them to be like all soft and stuff. You want them to be a little bit hard, and then when you finish, you have like a pretty good twist out. So I'm hoping that this will be a good twist out. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna figure it out because I have a pretty long time before I have to go to work. So I just want to talk to y'all. So we are in crazy times right now. It is Corona time, child. It seems as if it came out of nowhere. So update on me. So yesterday I just turned in my last bit of work for school. Sorry, I am outside, but this is gonna be like probably where I film for a lot of the time because it's like a really nice environment. You can hear the birds chirping and everything, but so yeah, so like, so I turned in my last bit of work for junior year, and it's just crazy how fast the school year went, even without Corona. I just feel as if the school year went by really, really fast, and it's just crazy. Oh my God, I probably shouldn't do this, but it's whatever. The school year went by really, really fast, and I was just, it's just really crazy. So I guess I'm kind of officially a senior. For me, I don't like to say I'm in the next grade until I get that report card that says, to the next grade. But technically, I am a senior now, a rising senior. So it's just really crazy. My high school journey has, gone so fast for me. So yeah, it's just really crazy. So everyone has been, like a lot of my friends have been asking me, have I been working during Corona? Not necessarily. I just got back to work probably like 3 weeks ago. My mom really didn't want me to work, so that's why I was off. I do have asthma, and they say that, if you have a condition, you're more susceptible to COVID. So my mom was like, yeah, nope. So I didn't really work for like about a month and a half, 2 months. And it was really sad because like my job, I really, 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 really love my coworkers. Like, that's like, like going to work is like a really fun part of the day for me. Like I love my job, I love what I do. Even though it's like a little, I'm saying, not fast food, but it's like a little job. It's really, really fun. And I like to, mess with my coworkers, we talk. So it's like I hated, being apart from them. So I would text them and be like, hey, what are y'all doing? How are the customers? Do we have spuds? All the good stuff. And so, a lot of people when I came back, they was like, oh my God, KB, I miss you so much. Work is so boring. So boring without you. So I was really excited to come back and see everybody. And nothing has really changed. So yeah, so that's all it is on work. What else can I talk about? I talked about school, I talked about work. Let's see. I'm sorry, y'all. So regarding, like, I'm talking a little bit more about school. So online school was not, online school was great. No, hold on. Online school was good in the beginning, right? And then probably like, at the very end is when, like, even how the regular school year is, your motivation just really gets kind of down. You know what I mean? Like, the motivation just disappeared to do anything. Motivation really disappeared. And then when your motivation disappears at the end of the school year, it's bad because that's when all the work starts to really pile up. So that was not the best, but it is what it is. I finished. I just didn't necessarily want to, but it was really like one class. I just had like a bunch of stuff I had to do. And even then my mom was like, you shouldn't have gone to school. You shouldn't have gone back to work and da 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 da. And I'm like, that might be true, but I feel as if, I don't know, I just really wanted to go back to work. So it wasn't, I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have waited, but it's okay. So my motivation went down, but I still finished on my work. All of my classes were okay, except one. One teacher really tried my life. Not even the teacher, but it was it was one student. And my class is made up of 4 students. It was just not a very enjoyable time. I experienced a lot of favoritism in that class, as well as prejudice against that student, was pretty prejudiced and things like that. So it was just a lot going on. But, I finished and I gave him my last project and I was like, I'm not coming back. My school was like, hey, if your grade falls below what you had in your third quarter, we'll just replace it with your third quarter grade. So my thing is, I could have literally not done anything, especially in that class I'm talking about. It was debate. I could have literally not done anything and I would have still had a 97. But I'm a very ethical student. Like, I do my work. I have integrity. So I'm not finna just, not do anything. That's just not cool. And take advantage of online school. I'm not gonna do that. And I like to learn, so it was very frustrating. My mom had to email, like all this type of stuff. But it is what it is. Okay. My family is doing okay. We're all just trying to make our way. I feel as if a lot of people's families are going kind of crazy, all being in the house together. And this, oh my God, I have to talk a little bit louder. But this, right now, it's not like, quarantine, how it was. Like, you have to stay in the house. People are, we're allowed back in the restaurants, stuff like that, which I think is not, oh, that squirrel just jumped. I don't think it's the smartest thing to do, but I can't control it. But a lot of people are still, doing take-out orders and stuff like that. But I feel as if, like I said, like a lot of people's families are kind of not falling apart, but they're going crazy, seeing each other 10,000, 24 hours a day, especially mine. So that's why I'm going to work as much as I can. Because I just, I don't, no. I'm not a busybody, but like, if I can get out of the house, I'm gonna get out of the house. Period. So also in April, is creeping up on, it was officially 1 year since my dad passed. April 13th is 2019 is when he passed away. It was a very sudden death. I don't think I really talked about this on my channel, but he passed away. It was a very sudden death. Nobody was expecting it. So 1 year was obviously really hard. The first anniversaries are like are the hardest. Every anniversary is gonna be hard, but that first one is really, very difficult. So it was hard. I had my cry, and as a result, as a result of his death, as well as other things, I was diagnosed with depression. So, during this corona thing, I know that like a lot of the time I try to work as much as I can to not focus on it. And so when I wasn't working, I had more time to think, and I didn't necessarily like that. Um, because, I was sitting down and I had nothing to do except school. So I was doing that. But, when I finished school, I'm still thinking about, sad things that I wouldn't normally think about if I was at work or something like that. So I had a lot of time to meditate and write a lot more. I hadn't been writing as much as I wanted to. I figured out that I was really writing when somebody asked me to. You know what I mean? Like somebody be like, "Hey, Kaya or KB, can you write for this and that?" And I'd be like, "Sure," and I would write something, and then I wouldn't write again. So it was not. I had to find time to write for myself. So that, like, Corona has taught me a lot of things. Corona also helped me. I feel as if a lot of people, including myself, I was able to kind of like take my life back. I feel like I was just going through the motions. So I was able to slow down on some things. But yes. Sorry, I do have a mirror over here so I can like not cut my hair off again, because I have done that before when doing this stupid style. Not stupid, but I was checking it out and I was like, girl, and I cut my hair off. But yes, so depression has been not fun. I do have a therapist. My therapist, of course, not of course, but she was like, "Oh, you definitely had depression before the death of your dad, and this just kind of made it harder, obviously." Okay, so all the twists are out on this side. That just made it hard. Lies. Okay, wait, one more. That just made it harder for you, with the death of your dad. So, I feel as if there's always some type of point where you get to be like, oh, that's what it is. I went through a process where I realized that like what I went through two different traumas, and I didn't even know, because I didn't identify those things as trauma. My parents divorced when I was in about third grade, and that was a trauma apparently. And the death of my father, and then the sudden death of my father was also identified as a trauma, and I didn't know. So I went through two traumas in my life, and I'm only 17. So it was just kind of like, oh, so I didn't know that. So it was good to identify that, in my opinion, because like, I don't know, it helped me to realize like, oh, it's nothing wrong with you. I feel as if in the Black community, mental health is not something that's really taken seriously. It's a thing. I feel as if it's an attribute to us, our ancestors going through slavery. So it's like, there's no such thing as depression because we went through slavery. So like, how can you sit here and be like, oh, this happened, so you're depressed? I feel as if, at least that's how I think about it, or I think that's the reason behind it. So yes. Oh, this is the hair food beeswax formula oil. I find is it like good oils, like thick oils, really help with like hair growth, in my opinion. So this is a really nice oil. I got it from beauty supply store, local beauty supply store, as they say, as the YouTubers say. So this is kind of like how your hair looks like straight out of the rubber band. So this is like, trying to think of a length check, kind of like right here. Might be a little bit longer, but just kind of like right at the shoulder. But shrinkage is something, isn't she? So yeah. I was gonna say something else too. This is just me pouring out my thoughts, y'all, basically. The death of my father has also enabled me to kind of, not necessarily reconnect, but re-engage with other members of my dad's side of the family. I've always been close to like my aunts, my dad's sister, and I've always been very, very, very close with her. Like as soon, like when I was like months old, I was staying nights at her house, and I continued to do that. And she was very, very, very close to my father, so it was hard on her. Obviously, it's hard on all of us. But I was able to reconnect and talk a lot more with members of my dad's family that I hadn't really talked to a lot before. My uncles, some of my uncles, some of my cousins, like my younger cousins, like not younger, like the same age as me. So we talk a lot more. We were planning to hang out, and then Corona came and messed up everything. I feel as if everybody was in the middle of doing something, and then Corona came and swept us all up. But it's okay because life happens. So yeah, so that you find blessings in that type of stuff. It's unfortunate that somebody had to pass away for us to appreciate members in the family, not members, but appreciate each other. And it always, you realize that like you don't have as much time as you feel, or as much time as you think. So you learn from that type of stuff. I know I did. Yes, because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? My dad literally woke up, opened my grandmother's blinds, sat back on the couch, and that was it. So it was something as simple as that. I was a real daddy's girl. So it hurt me, and but you grow from that type of stuff. It's you just grow. Eventually, I mean, it gets harder. It does. I mean, it gets harder before it gets easier. People are like, oh, it gets easier. You gotta let it get harder first. You gotta hit rock bottom. I know I did. So for me, like the day, like when my dad died, he died on the weekend, and I was back at school that Monday, because like I said, I'm a workaholic, and so I work to keep myself from thinking about it. I didn't want to just think, So they emailed my teachers, to let them know, and one of my teachers, whose dad had just passed as well, he was like, "Why are you here?" And I was like, if I'm not here, I'm just gonna literally be wallowing in my thoughts at home. And I was just like, but my school was very supportive of me. And yes. So enough about my father and my sad life. Let's talk about hair. My hair has been doing really good. During like when quarantine first started, I had my hair in like a closure, a weave with the closure. And that was my second weave. I was just really wanting a weave. Usually for protective styles, I usually get like a crochet, or really just a crochet. Braids do not last very long for me. They just don't. They just really don't. I'll get braids maybe, I haven't gotten braids in a very long time, probably like 2 years. They just don't last long. So I just don't get them anymore. So crochets last a lot longer for me, and they're just so much prettier, and I can style them however I want. Usually my style is like half up, half down, type of thing. But yeah, so I just don't get braids. So that's like protective styling. But the closure, I had that in for like a month, maybe month and a half, because like the closure part was getting a little loose, and you could see like my hairline coming up. So I took it out, and I was surprised. I took it out by myself. I was gonna have my mom help me, but she didn't. She was sleeping, so I took it out myself, and I was surprised I did. All you gotta do is just feel around and make sure you're learn the difference between what your hair feels like and what thread feels like, and you'll be okay. I didn't think I could do it, take it out myself, and I never have, but I did. And anybody can attest to the fact that like when you're ready to take your hair out, you're going to take it out, and that's just that on that. Tips for taking your braids out. Get a conditioner and just slather it on the braids. That way, because like your hair's been hidden, you know what I'm saying, there's a bunch of shedding. Detangle before you get in the shower. I just learned that. I never forget one time I took out some braids I had, crochet braids, and sorry, and I took out some crochet braids, and I look in the thing, the filter or whatever that catches all the hair, and like I see half my head on the ground, and I'm like, because I'm like, what in the world? So I just kind of learned. I just learned, after like all these years of taking out protective styles, that you need to detangle your hair before you wash it, because otherwise all your hair is gonna fall out, and it's really scary. Because I'm like, I was feeling like patches of hair. I don't know what went on with those braids, but I think it was just the fact that like I'm washing, and I had to tangle in the shower, so that but it was not it. So, but yeah. So, plans for this summer. I have an internship. I have a virtual internship I'm doing. I applied to it before Corona. My mom. This will be my second. This will be my second law internship. I don't know, but I am an aspiring lawyer. As of right now, I say that I'm interested in estate law, meaning like helping people with their wills and things like that. Helping people with their wills and their estates. It's because like, I don't know, like my father didn't have an estate or a will or anything like that. So I don't know, I just kind of like want to help people get their stuff together, no matter how old they are. You're never too young, which is a thing I learned like during my first internship. I learned about trying to make sure all the rubber bands are out. Woo, okay, all the rubber bands are out. So but just want to help people get their stuff together before the inevitable happens, is that they pass away. So gonna put this all over my scalp. Woo. Feeling around. See, get another one. I usually do these like medium, but I'm gonna make a video on how to do these because like I really enjoyed it this time. I hadn't done this style in a while, and doing the locking gel with the twist really makes a difference. It helps them stay intact longer, and I just like it. Okay, but massage your scalp, helps hair growth, and now I'm gonna take them out. And the scrunchie really helps. I don't know where I got it from, but I probably stole it, but it's okay. So I'm gonna take these out. Yeah, but yeah. So I'm doing an internship this summer. It's with the Summer Trial and Advocacy Institute. There we go, STI. Before I was with last summer I was with the SLIP program, Summer Law Internship Program. And I was with that was through the Memphis Bar Association. So I work with the Public Defender's Office because I plan to be a defense attorney. If I want to be a defense attorney, I don't want to be a prosecutor. So I work in the Public Defense Office, and it was a really great internship. It was for children of color. So it was really, really great. That was like 4 weeks. And I just really liked it. I really loved it. I went to court every day. I was writing notes on my legal pad. Like, it was just, so much. So I don't necessarily have, I'm going to be still working this summer. I mostly, I work for fun also. Not for fun. I get money, I'm just saying. But I'm working a lot to get, save for college. I'm gonna get a new car. Hopefully. I got into an accident like in November, so I've been driving my aunt's Jeep ever since. So that's about like 6 months I've been driving her stuff. So I eventually hope to get a car before I go to college, or even maybe like my senior year, who knows, and hopefully give her car back. So yeah, but yeah, hopefully I can get a new car. So I've just been saving. Like I put like a good amount of my check into my savings account every time I get paid, because otherwise I go Amazon crazy and act like I ain't never had no money before. Also, hopefully, you know, if Corona goes away, I'll be doing volleyball, so conditioning for volleyball. You know, you have to condition during the summer, stay in shape, which is very important. 2 days, you know, you do workout in the morning and then you do practice in the evening. So that's gonna be so fun. Yay. You feel yourself die, but it's really great. Trying to think what else I'm doing. And you know, try to get a little bit of rest. I would like to hang out with my friends. You know, but I know me, I'm gonna be working a lot this summer. Like, I mean, well, my internship is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so not working a lot, but you know, a good amount, you know, making a little bit of coin on the side, you know, going shopping, you know, doing the stuff I don't necessarily do, you know, get some rest for my senior year. Also, like, look up, you know, research a lot of schools. I am really HBCU oriented. I really, really, really want to go to a HBCU, like, so bad. Like, I will literally chop off my left arm to go to a HBCU. I do not plan on staying in Tennessee. That's where I live. I don't plan. I got accepted into a college, HBCU, in Wiley College. If you've never seen The Great Debaters, that's where it is. So I got accepted into there already. So I'm hoping to literally go to anybody's HBCU. Not anybody's, but I really want to go to HBCU. So I'm really excited. Sorry, stuff keeps popping up on my phone. So I'm very, 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 very HBCU oriented. And I want to go to HBCU. So yes, I go to HBCU college fairs, on HBCU tours. There's a lot of opportunities. You know, even during Corona, we've been having HBCU virtual tours, and I've been trying to go to each one I can. It's before they fill all the way up, you know what I mean? So, yes, trying to do that and, you know, be a good student. So, that's about all. My hair is growing a lot. I do want to chop it off, but my mom won't let me. I love my hair, but I feel as if, oh my God, come on now. Come on. That's why I love this style. It's literally like a 2-in-1. Ain't nothing better than a 2-in-1 style, honey. A protective style and a twist style. Come on now. Come on. But, and this gives you a stretch too. Like, it stretches your hair out. Ugh, love to see it. But, I do want to chop my hair off. I don't necessarily know how short, but very, very short. Not like no ponytail type thing. I'm not sure why. And it's not even because of Corona. I've been wanting to chop my hair off before. But my mom just won't let me. She's like, oh, your hair's so long. Like, why would you do that? And it's just like, I don't know. I think it's... I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody gonna look at this and be like, why is she ripping her hair out? But, I think it can really help you with, like, self-esteem. I'm still working on my self-esteem and my image of myself. And I feel as if, you know, my hair is a big part of me. And so, like, if you chop off your hair, you're going to literally have to learn how to love yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to learn how to love your face, love your body. Because you can't, there's nothing to hide behind. I love it. Okay. There's nothing to hide behind if you don't. Look like I'm sweating. Sorry, sweat stash. There's nothing to hide behind if you don't have your hair. So I feel as if it's a good opportunity. But, you know, even before I cut my hair, I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know. I just be thinking. But I do want to color it really, 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 really bad. But I also, like, I want to do, like, the hair wax everybody be doing. You know what I hate about this hair wax? I'm sorry, y'all. I can't even complete a full sentence. But you know when people do, like, the hair wax videos and they have their hair, like, 10,000 different colors? I'm like, because my opinion, the point of hair wax is to make it look realistic. So why is your hair, you know, why are your edges green, your hair, your scalp is yellow, and then your the puff is purple. Like, it's just too much going on. Too much going on. But I want to use like the gold hair wax. And I just want to see how it look first. And I also like want to do kind of like a, redhead red, low key. And see how that'll look. I really want to color my hair, but my mom won't let me do that either. My life is great. So I don't know. But yes, my hair's doing pretty good. Still trying to give it some TLC. I get paid. I think I get paid today. So I'm trying to get a crochet or something, because I'm kind of not overdoing it, but when I think of in terms of like time, when I'm like, okay, if I wake up at this time, I take a shower, do something to my hair, that takes like a long time. So like I like to be able to get up and go sometimes. And sometimes I can feel my hair, not doing what I want it to do. And that's when I know my hair is telling me, hey, I need to be put up. You know what I mean? Like when your wash and goes looking a mess, when everything's just not going great, I'm like, all right, time for a protective style. You know what I mean? So, and then you take it out and it's doing okay again, because sometimes it just needs a break, Sometimes it needs a break. So, all that, yeah. So, I'm just, excited to come on here and talk to y'all. Y'all know during the summertime is when I give y'all so much more content than I usually can. Sorry, the twists are not all out. I don't know where I finished. But I'm going to show y'all the rest of my hair and come back, and I'm going to show y'all the rest of my hair when I finish. All right? So this is the finished look of my hair. I'm probably going to put like 2 braids in the front, but I don't know, maybe not. So I am off to work. So thank you guys for listening to me babble on and on. So love you guys. Bye.